Devotees, I'm sorry something went wrong there. Somebody called and it disturbed my phone. So, I hope that doesn't happen again. But, I wanted to start this morning. I sang that song. It's so popular, it's so devotional. Let me try that again. Guru Mata Pita Guru Bandhu Sakha Tere Charanam mein Guru Mera koti pranam Tumi Jnana Data Tumi Shakti Data Tumi Shanti Data Tumi Mukti Data Tere Charanam mein Guru Mera koti pranam Tumi sadhana Tumi aradhana Tumi premarana Tumi karuna Tumi pranapati Tumi rakshamira Tere charanam mein Guru Mera koti pranam Tumi Virata, Tumi Parampita, Tumi Raj Dhiraj, Guru Maharaj, Tumi Raj Dhiraj, Guru Maharaj. Ah, what greatness that we are sitting in front of here. That Swami Parameshananda manifestation of consciousness, incarnation of Lord Shiva, that he is the creator, sustainer, and also the destroyer of evils. And to be in an institution like BHARAT, SEVASHRAM, where he's the founder and spiritual master, in this age, the prophet of the age he is, that we're so blessed. And many of us have testimony to his greatness. Personal myself, he would have come out from that photo. One morning I was at America SEVASHRAM and he would have come out, imagine, and for a split second you see that form, but it seems like it was a long time. But he gave that message of purity. And he would snatch me out of this mundane world, this illusionary created world, all that was manifested, and he would have put me onto the path of moksha and continuously to sustain. And by activities of BHARAT SEVASHRAM, he decides where I should be, who should I meet, and all of that, so that the experiences are progressively going towards the moksha. And then there come a point after doing, come a point where contentment is there. As now in the time of COVID, I feel a contentment, because I felt like I went through the full spectrum of experiences to lift me up to this place. Now I'm sure that you have experiences of Swami Parameshananda yourself. And yesterday I was talking about Swamiji's, and a video was there that was made quite some time now. And the Swamijis that were there, Swami Arupanandaji, Swami Gyanaatmanandaji, Swami Buddhanandaji, Swami Ashokanandaji, Swami Nirmalanandaji, Swamijis. These are realized souls, because Swami Arupanandaji would have served on the Swami Parameshanandaji. And you could see they were lifted up through the grace of the Guru and human effort. Because being in the ashram as a Swamiji, this is like being in the enlightened home, not higher than a yogi's home, but an enlightened home, the final stage before moksha. And it is our errant duty, all you devotees also, that in this lifetime that we can lift ourselves to liberation. And what I mean by that, what it is, that when he would have told Swami Arupanandaji when he was, Arupanandaji was doing his meditation, Arupanandaji, you'll come and join me. Does it mean that Arupanandaji is going to go with his body? No, joining meaning that Arupananda Swamiji would have gone to that place of consciousness without name and form. Satchidanand. I'm sure Swami Satchidanand, the second president after Swami Parameshananda ji, would have joined him also. And meaning truth, consciousness, and bliss. That's the state of being. So we're not talking, okay, you go to the funeral home and you hear, oh, this person is going to go join the ancestors. That is not good for us. Or join his wife or his husband or his children or whatever. This is not good for monastic Hinduism and for Swami Parameshananda ji. When he says that, you go back to that place without name and form. So because when you have a name and form, you have a body, then suffering is there. When you have a body, there's mind, intellect, and ego. And the mind and the body is purely material, because the body is the 5 elements, and the 5 elements coming into our body are the 5 senses. So that's the mind, because the 5 senses make up our mind when it goes to the brain. So it's beyond that. It's beyond the intellect, because we respond with our intellect, or we react with our mind. But when we respond, we do give due deliberation, and we decide what's moral, ethically right, and that's what we do. And what is not moral, ethically, what is moral, ethically wrong, we don't do that. So this way, my message to you this morning is that we have to lift ourselves up through this illusion that we're living in. And you will hear me telling you this. But the more you say something, the more it becomes real. Like for instance, when I'm telling you that consciousness is the ultimate, that's where we came from. That was there before creation. Creation manifested out of consciousness. Creation is the engineer, the brains behind this creation. So it's the efficient cause and the material cause. So this morning, this is all stated in Bhagavad Gita, and Swami Parameshananda ji would have demonstrated in his life, and he would have said, I'm behind it. Oh, I'm guiding my ashram behind the curtain. Today he's here with us, meaning that he's omnipotent, all-powerful. He's omnipresent, here, there, and everywhere, and he's omniscient. We heard that being said by the Buddha when he got enlightenment. Christ, when he came and he lived that disciplined life, and when he was put on the cross, I don't think he was in his body by then. When he left the body, he went, because he risen from where he was put to lie in the caves. And also we've seen that Krishna Bhagavan said that, and Swami Parameshananda ji, he did the same thing. So all these manifestations of consciousness, they are the same, but they came at different time for uplift, different regions. They are beyond religions. So this morning, with this Aarati, let us show our devotions to Swami Parameshananda ji. And before that, let us chant the Hara Guru Shankar. Because he would have chanted this after he got realization. This came out of his mouth. Hara Guru Shankar, Shiva Shambho. Hara Guru Shankar, Shiva Shambho. Om Hara Guru Shankar, Shiva Shambho. 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 Now, the Aarati is an act of surrender. So I'll ask you to surrender. Each items that we'll be using is an act of surrender. When we do the Argabati, we're surrendering our sense of smell, which is coming from the element earth. When we do the the light, we'll be surrendering the sense of sight, not the organ. That doesn't mean that we will see anymore. But when it goes into the brain, we want to surrender that mind that is created by these organs. So the light, And then when we do the shell, water inside, sense of taste. And when we sing is the sense of, this is the coming from space, sense of space. And then when we do the fanning of the Aarati, in the Aarati, fanning Guruji like God, we're creating space and this sense of touch. So all the 5 senses will be surrendering in our act to performing this Aarati. So we're giving up our body and are giving up our mind, and also through our intellect we're giving, because we want the divine intellect, and we would have shattered the ego. So what we left it with the process of elimination, we left with consciousness. This is moksha. You must have a burning desire to come to this level and to come out of this level of illusion where there is suffering, because you become haunted and taunted by the environment, what is coming from the environment through your 5 senses. Let us do the Achman, where we'll be cleansing our internal systems, because we took a bath and now we're cleansing the inside. But before that, let us purify this water. Let's make it the whole rivers of India. Om Gange Cha Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale Asmin Snanidhim Kuru. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasa Pushkarani Cha Tirtanyatani Punyani Kale Bhavantuha. We make this place a pilgrimage now. So you don't have to go anywhere for pilgrimage. The feet of the Guru is the greatest pilgrimage. But then what we have to do, we have to surrender ourselves, give up our name and form. Om Amrito Pastar Namasi Swaha Amrita Pidha Namasi Swaha Om Satyam Yasha Srimai Srayatam Swaha Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Apo Bhavanta Pitaye Shanno Ravi Sravantunam. I'll be touching my various sense organs and vital parts of my body. So this way, I'm asking, oh Lord, make this instrument, this vehicle body, this is all you, make it so powerful that it will take me to my destination. What is the goal of life? Self-realization, and we're going together, universal emancipation. Om Vak Vak mouth, Om Prana Prana nose, Om Chakshu Chakshu eyes, Om Srotram Srotram ears, Om Navi navel, Om Hridayam heart, Om Kantaha throat, Om Siraha head, Om Bahobhyam shoulders and arms, Om Karatala legs, Om Purnatu Punasirasi, Om all over the body. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. As I look at you, bright-faced one, you are the manifestation of consciousness, and so are we. And we have the power. We are that original consciousness. So we are like you. Help us to realize this. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. And now we'll wash it. And join me with your Mansika Puja from where you are. Imagine you're doing what I'm doing. So that's where you get the full benefit of doing Guruji Puja, God's Puja. Om Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasrakshu Sahasrapat Sabhumin Sarvato Sritva Atyatishta Dashangulam. Om सर्वतः पाणिपारं तत् सर्वतोऽक्षि शिरोमुखम् सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति। ॐ ज्योतिषामापि तज्ज्योति तामसः परमुच्यते। ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याविष्ठितम्। ॐ गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुरे। प्रभवा प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमभयम्। ॐ त्वमादिदेवा पुरुषो पुराण त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम्। त्वमभयो स्वस्वतो धर्मगुप्त सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे। ॐ पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यस्य गरुर्गर्यम्। न त्वत्समोऽस्ति अभ्याधिकः कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रयी अपि अप्रतिमं प्रभावो। बोलो श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। बोलो श्री शंकर भगवान की जय। कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। गुरु ओम शिवा ओम। गुरु ओम शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। गुरु ओम शिवा ओम। गुरु ओम शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। ओम करो जया गुरु ओम करो जया शिवा ओम। गुरु ओम शिवा ओम Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Om. With clasped hands, let us all pray. Very powerful prayer. Om Jnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjana Gurur Vakyam Sara Satyam Satyameva Paramam Param. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Pitri Matri Surira Bandhu Vidyatirtani Devata Natulyam Guruna Segram Sparshayet Paramam Param. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyanamoolam Gurur Murti Pujamulam Guru Param Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Dhyanamurtim Dantwatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyadhi Laksham. Om Ekam Nityam Bimalam Chalam Sarvara Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Om. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Saka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. Bolo Sisi Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Well, it's been a beautiful morning. And all that you have to take the austerities that were performed by Swami Guru Maharaj, Swami Parameshananda, he would have said that you don't have to do what I've done, but have the faith and devotion, and you can just take the benefit from me directly. And Swamijis have done that, and that's why they became realized souls. And I know many devotees are so powerful that they're so deeply attached to that God. They've given up that attachment to this the shifting and changing, illusionary, magical manifestation. This is our only purpose, to show attention and importance only to the God that we pray to. And if we do that, then we'll be shifting it from mundane matters, because that's the cause of our suffering. Only thing you have to do, believe that you're gods and goddesses, and you'll see. Think like God, speak like God, and act like God, and destroy your desire for just bodily enjoyment and enjoyment of this temporary body that you have in this world. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Bala Sisi Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. And this is an opportunity for you to come closer to the altar and to bow down and take blessings. And Swami Parameshananda ji, and there we have Krishna, Lord Krishna, and there we have the Buddha, and another nice, beautiful murti of Swami Parameshananda ji. Well, have a beautiful day. Hari Om, Shanti, and there's Bhagavad Gita. Read Bhagavad Gita every day. There it is. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.